Tonight, we continue to follow the murder of Reagan Tokes, the OSU student who was raped and killed after leaving her job in the short north.
2 Ohio lawmakers are now questioning whether GPS ankle monitors are effective at all and if they provide a false sense of security. Tonight, NBC4 is digging deeper into this story, 5 months after Reagan Tokes' death.
Our Rob Sneed joins us now in the studio. And Rob, what did you uncover in your investigation?
Well, Mike, some lawmakers are concerned, the ones that I spoke with. They say they don't understand how parolee Brian Goldsby was able to allegedly kill Reagan Tokes while wearing a GPS bracelet.
The idea of GPS tracking or GPS monitoring for individuals that are released from incarceration really provides just a false sense of security to the public.
We're not doing a good job of protecting the people in the state of Ohio.
State Representatives Kristen Boggs and David Leland question if GPS trackers on parolees protect you from dangerous criminals. They say the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction did not keep a close eye on parolee Brian Goldsby.
There wasn't any inclusionary zones put on his monitor. There wasn't any exclusionary zones putting on his monitor. Essentially, he had this monitor on with the false assumption that someone's going to be monitoring his whereabouts, and nobody was.
I tried for several days to get an on-camera interview with ODRC Director Gary Moore and spokesperson Joellen Smith to talk about the process of monitoring GPS units, specifically Brian Goldsby. Smith responded in an email, quote, "As you may know, DRC has respectfully declined all on-camera interviews in regards to this subject," end quote. Law enforcement is also hampered keeping track of these parolees because by law, they cannot get GPS information from DRC without a subpoena. Reynoldsburg Police Chief Jim O'Neill, who's not connected with the Goldsby case, says it should be easier to access the monitor data for parolees.
There's no question about it. I mean, if all it was throwing on a light switch and being able to find the location of these people, obviously that would make it easier to get that information.
Representative Boggs was surprised when I brought this to her attention.
I think what surprises me more is that that information can't be accessed by law enforcement without being subpoenaed.
She wants a system in place that allows police to have better communication with parole officers.
That information shouldn't be prohibited from being accessed if a law enforcement officer has a reasonable basis to believe that that person that's on parole might be partaking in criminal activity.
In Reagan Tokes' case, neither lawmaker knows if this could have made a difference.
We're going to do everything we human possibly can do to make sure that this never happens to somebody else.
Now, both lawmakers explained to me that reviewing the parole system will be time-consuming, but making improvements is their goal to keep everyone safe. Live in the studio, Rob Sneed, NBC4 investigates.